Hello, welcome back to my Vlogmas, and today's video is going to be about Christmas movies that I love to hate. If you are new to this channel, make sure and subscribe and turn on notifications so that you know when I post. Vlogmas is still going on. It's every single day until Christmas. Every day at 5 p.m. I drop a new video. So we can get started with today's discussion.
Home alone.
Are you here all alone?
I'm 8 years old. You think I'd be here alone? I don't think so.
Home Alone, because who doesn't like a good old tale of child abandonment? In case you've been living under a rock and you aren't aware of what this movie is, Home Alone is a story about negligent and abusive parents who accidentally leave their child at home while they go off to Christmas vacation. Like seriously, who decorates their entire house for Christmas? The house is beautiful and they take their whole family and go to Florida to a hotel to stay. Who does that? Said forgotten child happens to be home alone during a home invasion carried out by our beloved criminals. And boy oh boy was that a mistake. It soon becomes very evident that Kevin learned how to nonchalantly inflict harm onto others through his father's obvious association with the mafia. Like seriously, look at this guy's house. Again, decorates his entire house right before Christmas, and then leaves, takes his entire extended family to Florida to stay for Christmas. Who does that? If that doesn't scream blood money, I don't know what does. At the end, all is well, the family is reunited and such a thing is never going to happen again, right? Wrong, because there's a Home Alone 2 where the same exact thing happens again. There's also Home Alone 3 to 5, but we don't acknowledge those here. We don't do that here. Final takeaways from this show are that this is the face of evil. Here, look at it. Look at it good. The Child Protective Services are doing a bad job. This man obviously has mob ties, and nothing makes you get more into the Christmas spirit than random acts of violence and attempted murder. Okay Google, was this set in Trinidad? This sounds familiar.
This Christmas.
This show follows a toxic family with toxic family traits who decide every year to get together during Christmas time, even though for mental health purposes they probably should not. Oftentimes a big change may have taken place in the family since their last get together, like a death in the family, or the decision to sell the family home that is driving the aging parents further and further into debt while their grown adult children do nothing to help them but complain, or etc. In terms of the cast, she's gonna play the mama. One of the young black boys is probably in the military. One of the other young black boys has a promising career in a predominantly black field like American football or basketball or music. Then of course there is this oddly light-skinned, clearly mixed race, most likely female in this family of totally black African Americans. And there's this one character who really wants to make a better life for themselves, so moves away very far from home, and hence the other characters see them as bougie. And basically a lot of black actors that you've known your entire life but you can't remember what show you know them from. Like you know them, they're famous, I guess. You probably know their name but only if you see it next to their face and you're like, okay, yeah. But if you just see their name and not their face, you're gonna be like, wait, who's that? And if you see their face, you can't remember their name. I don't know, it's a weird thing, I don't know. Anyway, at the end of the day, they all put their differences aside, and one of them who used to sing in church when they were younger gives the most blackified version of a classical Christmas song you have ever heard. Jingle bell. Wait, what song was I singing again? Can't remember. Next.
Health.
This story follows a full-grown man-child who is a product of a one-night stand who was abandoned by his parents and raised as an elf by Santa Claus, because that makes sense, it does. it does, okay? It makes sense. Thankfully, this movie distracts us from its obvious flaws by physical comedy
And eat sugar plums.
and Will Ferrell's stellar acting abilities, said no one ever.
Ow! Son of a nutcracker!
So there are a lot of things that we ignore. Should we be concerned that this man will never assimilate into society? Should we be concerned that Zooey Deschanel's character literally falls in love with a man who literally acts like a child? That should be illegal. And should we be concerned that it's only a matter of time until this guy's type 2 diabetes sets in? Seriously. I don't want to know what his HbA1c is. I really don't want to be his doctor.
I'm Jill. This is Leo. Hi, I'm Lauren.
This movie is so bad.
I'm so sorry. Thank you. Yeah, that's a lot to process. But God bless Grand and Falls for welcoming.
Well, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you click subscribe and make sure and share it with anybody that you think will be entertained by my nonsense. If you all want to see a part 2, then we can do a part 2 because there are lots of movies. Just let me know down below which movies you all want to see me do. Also, make sure and like this video to show your appreciation. Follow me on other social media at Kim Cudjoe on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook as well. And that's it for now. Bye.